Welcome back to Worthington Model Railway. Two packages arrived today. This one is from Hattons and this one is from Hornby Hobbies. So let's open them up and see what goodies we got. So I know there's a lot of discussion whether we should or shouldn't buy direct from Hornby. Being in the US, buying direct from Hornby actually kind of makes sense for me, primarily because I get free shipping. And even though the Hornby prices may be a little bit more than model shops, and even though I'd like to be able to work with the model shops and do quite a bit, sometimes it's just easier to order direct from Hornby. They have what I want. And I get it pretty quickly. They ship it DHL, usually gets here in 2 or 3 days, and no shipping charges. So it's kind of a good deal for me. So anybody knows that anything from Hornby, it always has this GFM tape on it. Let's open it up and see what's in here. Well, I know what's in here. You don't know what's in here. I know what's in here. So I got an email from Hornby just recently, and I've been thinking for a while that I wanted to add a couple of Pecketts. I do have Peckett already, and I love these little logos. And so Hornby had a special. They had some discounts on Pecketts. So A, I got them at discount. B, I got free shipping. Well, good deal all around. I'm going to open this up, and then we can see what's in here. An R3870 and an R3765. What are those? Let's look. Let's see. Two 6-wheel Pecketts. This one is look on the end here. This is the Earl in NCB livery, and this one is the Works Livery Peckett B2 number 1456. So we'll open those up and have a look at them. See what's in the other box. Should be some more of the new Oxford Rail releases, yes, and some other bits and pieces of stuff that I wanted. Let's see, Pico Cricket Pavilion. So you'll understand why I haven't ordered that in a little while when I do some work on the layout. Some more of these Great Little Trains slate wagons. These are actually the braked version rather than the unbraked ones that I got previously. And as I say, some more of the Oxford Rail wagons. This one is the Great Eastern Banana Van. Just out of the way for a minute. And here we have the other pilchard wagon that I talked about. So this is the PIL 001, the other one was 002. And the Northeast 10-ton covered van. So we'll open all these up and look at them all in a little bit more detail. So grabbing one of the Pecketts at random, let's take a look. So, as I said, here's the detail on this one. These take 6-pin DCC decoders. I didn't as yet order the decoders for them. Probably I'm going to order Soundtrack's decoders. Okay, so let's look quickly at the history here. Again, I will just leave this here for a second, and if you want to stop the video to read about it, you can certainly do that. This one, 1456, built 1918 for the Bloxham and Whitson Ironstone Company. So now all I'm going to do is get it out of the box. This did not want to come out of the box, but it's still not coming out easily. So there we go. Nice livery. Let's open it up and look a little more at it. These are wonderful little locomotives. The detail on them is superb. They have die cast, so there's a lot of weight in them. In fact, maybe I'll just get the scale out and we can weigh this thing. Really nice motion. Hopefully you can see that detail. I mean, the application of everything is just wonderful. The detailed handrails, the cab detail. I don't know how much of that you can see in there, but there's a tremendous amount of cab detail. Let's try from the other side. So I added some extra light here, and hopefully now you can see better what's going on in that cab. And I'm going to show you from the other side. Tremendous amount of detail in there. The gauges and taps and levers and everything else, levers. Look at the printing there. Peckett and Sons Limited. And as I said, these have a lot of weight in them. I'm going to grab a scale. We can see what this thing weighs. As you can see there, it's 174.8, almost 175 grams. I think that's one of the reasons why these little Pecketts have so much pulling power, is because of their weight and how heavy they are. I'm really impressed with them. I wish Hornby could get to this same level with all of their locos. So here's the second one in the Earl in the NCB blue. I'll get this one out of the box. So again, let you be able to read this. Let me put the light off for a second so you can read it. So hopefully you can stop and read this if you want to. This is the NCB Peckett, the Earl. Peckett 1203 was built in 1910 for the Marquis of Bute at his Aberdare Merthyr colliery. I'm having a similar issue getting this one out of the box. They don't know want to come out. There we go. And there we can see that nice blue livery. Let's put some lights back on. And hopefully we can take it out and have a look. Similar amount of weight in this one. We'll weigh this one, but I'm sure it's probably going to be pretty much identical in terms of the weight. Again, similar amount of detail. In fact, not very much difference between these apart from the livery. I think they're very much the same. One thing, they do not have sprung buffers, but it's not that big a deal, really. There we can see the lining and the maker's plate, etc. And similar amount of detail inside the cab there. I don't know how much of that you can actually see, but hopefully you can see most of it. Let's say they're almost identical, just different liveries. We'll see them side by side in a minute. Let's check the weight on this one. This one just a little bit more than the other one, 175 kilograms, but basically identical weight. So let's look at them side by side. Both very nice logos. The Earl and Peckett and Sons 1456. Just to see on the bottom, there's not much really to see. So we'll try running these little guys. We'll throw some trucks behind them and see how many they can pull. I'm expecting that they'll pull a pretty sizable train. So as I said earlier, I ordered some more of these Pico slate wagons, the difference being that these are braked. The other ones we looked at were unbraked. And realistically, the only difference I can see is the fact that there's a brake pipe here. But let's open one up and have a quick look. The difference. And if I actually look at the package here, what it actually says is unbraked times 2 and brake times 1. So these are the same as the other ones that I got, the unbraked ones. But this is the braked one. As I see, you see it just has that brake pipe on one side. I suppose the idea is that you put a couple of braked ones in amongst the unbraked, and somehow or other that slows things down. But they're really no different to the other ones that I had. So here we have the 3 new items from Oxford Rail, the pilchard wagon, and the banana van, and the just the covered van. I'm going to open these up, and I will get the other ones that I got from Oxford Rail a few weeks ago, and we can do a comparison between the two. So these are the 3 latest items. Oxford Rail, I think these are phenomenal. I mean, for the price, they do a wonderful job with these wagons. The detail on them is great. You know, the door detail there, and the planking, even the under detail, the ends, the rivets on the ends there. Roofs are nice. I mean, everything about them for the price, they are really a nice addition. The printing is superb there, even down to that plate down here on the underframe here. So that's the banana van. This is just the 10-ton ventilated van. It's the nice vents on the ends. The door detail is very similar to the one we just looked at, so is the underframe. Well, this one is not braked. If we look at the detail on the other one, you can see that the vacuum detail, the vacuum brakes on the bottom there, which we don't see on the ventilated van. And this one is, I think, very similar to the other one. I need to just totally understand what the difference is, but again, incredibly nice in terms of the printing. The end details is great. The brake handles there. Bogie frame details are nice. And again, these were unpainted on the inside, so this is supposed to look like sort of worn wood. We'll get the other ones that I got a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago I think, and we'll do a comparison. So really the only difference here is the livery. The color, they're both the same. They're both bauxite. Obviously this is an earlier one with the NE on it. Different numbering, but they both say banana. Well, this one says 10 tons, 10.6 over here. But they both have the same, I think they have the same maker's plate, different number on them, but that one. Look at this one, they're basically the same. It really is no different in terms of the detail on the ends. And of course they different roof color, obviously. They would have maybe quite well have run in the same train, one having been repainted and one not, because they're close. When we come to the pilchard wagons, obviously this is the first one that I got, which is actually the later one of the two, having different codes on here, but again, otherwise, basically they're an identical wagon. They just have different lettering on them. So you can see here, there's the code there. This one had the earlier lettering on it. There's really no difference. Again, they could have run together, but probably unlikely that they would have done, because by the time this one was coming out, they all had the codes on them. So, okay, let's go run some trains. So I have a fairly big train here, as you can see as I pan down. A lot of wagons on this. This tank engine really doesn't have a problem with this. So we'll start with that, and then we'll see if the Pecketts can pull something similar. So here we go. Let's see how this Peckett does with a similar load of wagons. Just for fun, I double-headed the Pecketts. There are 50 wagons and a brake van. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Boy, those Pecketts are amazing. They just pull and pull and pull. I love those little locomotives. I'm going to be tempted to add a couple more as the more liveries come out. They're just phenomenal. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, a button to the top right, and another video to the top left.